Hey everybody, Hoosier Jedi here with a quick channel update for you. I know things have been a little bit slow around here the last few weeks. Um, just the sort of the summer doldrums when there's not a lot coming out. And I spend, as I usually do, most of my time when I do these reviews reviewing movies. However, we're probably about 2 weeks from when shows are going to start coming back. And I just want to give you a brief update about what is currently going to be on the review docket at the moment, and talk a little bit about some changes that have been going on in my own life that are going to naturally affect what happens on this channel. So let's talk about the review docket first. At the moment, I'm mostly looking just to continue to review the CW superhero shows for absolute sure. So that's Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl. I don't actually think Doctor Who is coming back until Christmas, maybe. Probably Christmas is probably going to be the next time we're going to have something Doctor Who, and of course I'll continue to review that. Agents of Shield, I'm probably going to be taking off the docket for the moment. That one's kind of one that's a little bit up in the air. But we'll see what's happening with that, particularly how much I get into, whether or not I really get into what's coming on with the upcoming season. It's hard not to be excited about what they said about having Ghost Rider on the show. Not really a huge Ghost Rider fan, but I'm definitely interested to see their take on it. So that's how it is at the moment. I am planning on doing some other sort of one-shot reviews of some various things. There's actually an anime series that I'm watching right now that I'm going to do a review of the season for it once it finishes, but that's going to be at least another couple of weeks away. I think it's got something like there 5 or 6 episodes left. I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm also kind of been looking around on Netflix for a few things that I might like to review. Just depends on how I feel about them once I finished watching them. But anyway, in regards to what's going on here in my own life, I'm actually going to be moving in about a month. And if you need a little refresher, basically what happened was back in January, I was working teaching at a private company, and there ended up being, long story short, I ended up getting laid off. And it took me a better part of 6 weeks to find a new job, and I ended up working in the tech support for a cable company. And it's an all right job. That's what I'm doing right now. Then back in July, I found out that the call center that I work in is going to be closing at the end of September. So I'm just at this point kind of riding things out, and then about a week after things wrap up, I'll be on my way back to my home state of Indiana. I'm gonna stay with my family for a little while I regroup and kind of get my career situation in order, and hopefully be able to get out of their hair in short order and get back to having my own place, which well, this is it. Well, this is my live. Well, you can mostly see my kitchen just because of the way things are positioned. But this little apartment is mine, and I do very much enjoy having my own space. Love my family and all, but it's definitely nice to be able to do what you want when you want and not have to deal with what anybody else thinks about it. But nonetheless, I'm trying to be positive about this, and there are some interesting possibilities on the horizon. It's just going to take some time for things to come together, for me to make some decisions, and just sort of see how certain things that are currently in play ultimately end up panning out. So, with that said, I do want to take a moment to thank everybody who takes the time out of their day to watch these videos, the people who leave the comments, the people who do the thumbs up, not so much the people who do the thumbs down, but everybody's entitled to their opinion. So it never ceases to amaze me that people actually do take time out of their day to listen to what I have to say about these various shows. Oh yes, I'm sorry, I forgot. Star Wars Rebels is still on the review docket. So that's the CW superhero shows and Star Wars Rebels, and Doctor Who when it does come back. So that's 6 shows for absolute sure. 7. I guess we are getting new Sherlock in 2017. Definitely going to be reviewing Sherlock, but again, that's going to be quite some time off. There are a few shows that I am considering reviewing, just sort of haven't made up my mind about them. I'm giving very serious consideration to reviewing the MacGyver reboot. I am a tremendous, tremendous fan of the original MacGyver. I love that show so much, and I'm definitely willing to give the new MacGyver a chance. We'll see how it goes. If oh yes, and we can also oh yeah, no. I take that back. Can you tell I don't really script these out very much? But anyway, we'll see what's going to happen there, and definitely I'm of course going to continue to do my movie reviews. One thing I'm thinking about is just sort of doing more of those thoughts on videos. I did one of them for Netflix Danger Mouse, and this is just going to be more, a little bit less structured than review. It's just I saw something cool and I want to talk about it a little bit, and here are my thoughts on it. So probably a little bit less formal and probably not quite as long as my normal reviews. Those usually clock in on average at about 20 minutes. That's again still an idea I'm batting around. If I do that, I would probably actually be talking more about video games. I have done a little bit of video game review stuff. I did reviews of several of the storylines for the characters in Star Wars: The Old Republic, which we're not going to be getting any more of those. As much fun as the game was, I wasn't playing it very much. I couldn't justify the $15 a month anymore, and I just ultimately just uninstalled the game. But again, that's just sort of something I'm thinking about. Last I looked, we were currently up to 380 subscribers. I do continue to plan to do. When we hit 400, I will do another viewer's choice. That's where, if you don't know, that's where I throw the doors open, and we'll ultimately select a show to review. I will do a review based on choices submitted by the viewers. But we'll get into the exact details of how all of that works when the time comes. Hopefully that'll be soon. We are only 20 subscribers away. And yeah, apart from that, I'm just sort of going about my life, trying to get my things in order so that I can move with minimal hassle, and spending my free time playing probably more Pokemon Go than is really a good idea. But winter is coming, as they do say, so probably best to get out there and get the walking done while it's still tolerable outside. So guys, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I'm very much looking forward to the upcoming seasons of all the shows that I mentioned. Star Wars Rebels getting really good. Doctor Who, no reason to think we've got anything to complain about there. And there is just so much going on with those CW shows that I am immensely, immensely hyped for. I have a feeling it's going to be an absolutely great, great season for the CW shows, and I am looking forward to every single minute of it. With that said, guys, I'm going to call it here. As always, please comment, rate, subscribe, and of course, you can follow me on Twitter at Hoosier Jedi, and please also join me on Tumblr at Jedi Reviewer. Till next time, take care and have a good one.